found out about your purpose and your mission to rebuild the continent of Africa, I couldn't resist.
Ghana as a country have been the only country in Africa that have been rebuilding the entire Africa. Ghana as a country have been the only country in Africa that have initiated unity in Africa, that wants all African countries to come together and live as one. It started with the father of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. I'm going to be sharing a particular video with you. This video is Michael Jackson acknowledging that Ghana has already been showing the signs that they want to unite Africa, and Ghana is the top country in Africa to unite Africa. Let's take a look at the video.
Ghanaians are not peaceful, but they are always reasonable. Can you understand these two words? And this man makes us to understand that if Ghanaians are that peaceful and cool, why would they get independent before other Africa? I beg, watch this video and bring your suggestion.
I think the government through the foreign ministry is hitting the right notes now, and they will nail it if they go by the advice that Ima has just preferred. The High Commissioner must be sent back home. Oh, yes. You see, diplomacy. It's not only Ghanaians and the rest of Africans that went to a school called diplomatic schools that we understood what is diplomatic to the extent that we are able to come back to Ghana. They come to Ghana and tell our citizens to be accommodating. South Africa, do they think Ghanaians are happy with all the foreigners and the actions in this country? But we are so tolerant because first of all we see humanity. There are a lot of South Africans in this country.
In the morning.
You are sacking that young man from his barbering shop. What about me going to MTN and telling them to go out? The two of them will benefit more. You are sacking the young man from the barbering shop. What about me going to the FMB bank and say all of you get out? Wouldn't I get assets? Look, we have been doing diplomacy for that long. It's time for us to do tit-a-tit.
Hey.
You pull a gun, we'll sit down and begin to talk sense.
No, that would be valid.
No, that's not valid. There's only violence going on. The only violence going on is in South Africa. If you show them small, they would understand. That, why don't we have South Africans living in this country?
We are peaceful people.
We are not.
We are.
We are not.
We are not peaceful.
We are only reasonable. We are so reasonable. We started doing coup before them. Remember? We started coup d'etat in this country before them. If we were that peaceful, we couldn't have gotten our independence. The newborns ago that boycotted the buying of a British Kwabena and go, they were not peaceful, but we have chosen to be peaceful. So if they are high commissioners and Ramaphosa, you know he was living in his childhood in Ghana.
That's right.
If you cannot put your people right, we will show you how to do it. You know, they have been doing this thing for so long, since 1994. Anytime it happens, all we say is diplomacy, and they continue to do it.
Do you get a sense that South Africa is yet to recover from the pressures and the after effects of apartheid?
No.
That's why they
have recovered a long time. Don't let anybody deceive you.
How did you come to that conclusion?
If they are not recovered, the people that should be the target should be the whites. If you go to South Africa, there is a group called AfriForum.
That's right.
AfriForum is purely a white supremacist group, but they will never attack them. When a section of say Malema that will sometimes talk about AfriForum,
Sunrise.
Who born dog in South Africa to go and talk about them? They see the white and they'll be attacking West Africans, especially Nigerians, and now they have started to Ghanaians. They have chosen the wrong path. We will give them the dose of their life, the march of their life. They will never forget.
Hey.
This will be the last time you hear this dudula in your life. It must end at a point. Let us tell them.
That is the simple truth. South Africa bully Nigerians claiming that there are drug dealers and all those things, all stuff, criminal, this illegal entry. Now, what do you want to tell us that Ghanaians have done? See, you don't touch the tail of a lion and you expect the teeth of the lion to be laughing with you. You don't try it. This is gateway of Africa. What are you telling us? I they like this kind of movie. This kind of movie, now you go like to watch to the end to see how the actor win the post. South Africa, it is like, I beg, bra. This case never settled until now come back to apologize to Ghanaians for being how do I speak the English? You understand it? Let's get there.
So this video, it's for Ghana Foreign Minister. You know, the action this man has taken so far since the viral videos of this issue of South African, harassing a Ghanaian, has proven that this man knows what he's doing. And he mean well for Ghanaians. Okay? And for these comments, bro, South Africans are not just chasing illegal migrants as they claim. They are not just chasing undocumented migrants as they claim. They are chasing every Africa. Every Africa. They state it clearly that they don't want Africans in their country. So they are not against those who documents are not correct or whatever. But the ones that have documents in South Africa, they are chasing them away. You guys made it clear. You understand? You guys made it clear that you guys don't want any Africans in your country. Okay, no problem. Everything is recorded. History will be there. Some videos circulating on social media will be kept for you guys. Because one day, what goes around will surely comes around. And we teach you South Africans a serious lesson that you people will never forget in your life. Keep doing the shit you are doing, okay? Keep doing the shit.
South Africa, the ancestors has felt, they have heard, and they have seen how you treat fellow Africans in your home. They have heard your chant when you sang and say, go back to your land, we are fixing South Africa. The ancestors have seen how you hunt fellow Africans like animals in your home. They said I should tell you, a child who is not tall enough to see beyond the wall of his father's compound should not conclude there are no other beyond it. They said I should tell you that today you speak as though you fought apartheid alone. You speak as though your freedom fell from the sky. They say no. From 1948 to 1994, Nigeria stood by you, Ghana stood by you, Algeria stood by you, Zambia, Gambia, Zimbabwe, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Burkina Faso, Chad, Quebec, Comoros, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Comoros, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt, Djibouti. The entire continent stood by you. African students marched for you. African governments sanctioned apartheid for you. Our resources, our blood, our sweat were all poured in for your reparation struggle. They said I should tell you that you could not do it alone. The ancestors say I should tell you that Madiba Nelson Mandela could not have stood alone because voices were echoing from Ghana. Nkrumah stood by him. They say I should tell you that all the way from Congo, all the way from East, North, West, and Southern Africa, we stood by you because Dr. Kenneth David Kawunda emptied his treasury just to reparate you. They say I should tell you that Murtala Mohammed in Nigeria took your reparation personal. They say I should tell you that Nigerians were willing to starve for you to be free. The entire continent stood by you. Nyerere stood by you. Augustino Neto, Hamad Sekutule. You have forgotten. How do you pay the continent back? By closing the shops of fellow Africans. By hunting them like animals in the street, by chasing them away. You have forgotten. You have forgotten. How could you forget? Even a car could not forget the one that covered heat during rainy season. But you have forgotten. How could you have forgotten so fast? How could you have forgotten? And you have made an African a stranger in his own home. Forgetting that when you treat fellow Africans like enemy, you are making the foreign hens and colonialists who divided our borders, you are making them smile. South Africa, you are provoking the ancestors. You forget so fast that what will let you to stay alone? Apartheid turned your home into prison. You were suffocating. You called for help. We came. Today you ask us to leave. You forget that history do not forget. South Africa, let me remind you that the gold you boast of today did not build itself. Those your factories and your companies and your industries you boast of today were not built in isolation. There was trade. There was labor. There was migration. African struggle built your modern South Africa. You think you can survive alone? We are going to see how it goes. Because Mandela, Madiba, Nelson will be so disappointed. Steve Biko will be disappointed because you have become the very thing that your freedom fighters resisted. You have become a shadow of yourself. The ancestors said if you don't change your ways, you will pay. You will pay. Because the entire Africa will fold their arms and akimbo and watch what happened before happen again. You think it has ended. Watch how it happens. Because when one man cooks for the entire community will eat. But if the entire community cooks for you, South Africa, can you eat? You are gradually making yourself an enemy of Akabalan. The entire continent are watching. The ancestors are watching. They said I should tell you. If you think that South Africa is enough for you, then you are not wise because you have forgotten the words of the ancestors that a man who lives in one country all his life will end up marrying his own sister. They say I should tell you. One day you wake up and find out that you were just short, not tall enough to see beyond the wall, beyond your father's compound. I warn you. I warn you. And the soil bear witness that I warn you. The water, the earth, the forest, they all bear witness that you were warned by the voice of Akabalan. Because one day you will call for us, we will not answer. Because history has ears, and history do not forget. Akabalan, wisdom is the principal thing. Be warned, South Africa, be warned.
This time around, South Africans, a lot of messages are coming in for you all. A lot of prophetic messages. A lot of people are talking things about you. In fact, in all African countries, why do they choose to talk about the xenophobic attack in South Africa? A lot of people are complaining it is getting too much. I don't know when Africa is going to unite. They are preaching Pan-Africanism. Do you think Pan-Africanism is going to be possible? Do you think it's going to be possible, Pan-Africanism? Do you think it's actually going to come to reality?